I got other grandkids, and that baby don't look nothing like the rest of them. Look at his hairline. Look at that baby hairline. I know my grandchildren.
During the time of conception, who were you sleeping with?
Him.
Just him?
Just him.
Now, Mr. Griffin, do you believe that as well, or do you have some doubt?
I have my doubts as well because I wasn't around her a lot of the time during the conception of her. And I feel this way because it's been going on so long. I really need to find out. And I believe her and what she's saying, but I don't think my family would lie to me and, tell me anything wrong to set me off track. And I just really hope that I can get this and get my life back together. I want to go to college. I want to do special things for my son.
And on top of that, I had gotten a phone call from this older guy that she was living with. He basically told me she slept in the same bed with him.
Have you been sleeping around with different men? What is going on?
I said one person at a time we broke up. One person.
So in your mind, there's no one else that could be the father of this child? You're certain of that?
I'm certain.
And I tell my son, other men are claiming to be this baby's father.
Other men?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They're claiming that they are the child's father.
Yes, and she just told my
You
son.
say men, that's plural. How many?
Men.
4 at the most that I know. I'm just here to see if this is my grandson.
Mr. Griffin, you are not his father.
I still want to be there for him.
But he's not
And you
yours.
said you love his mother. Ms. Armstrong, do you have any idea who?
The other person.
Goodbreads. Now today we're going to talk about working on yourself and making sure that you're not forcing yourself on women that don't want to be bothered, all right? A lot of them walk around here and they haven't figured themselves out, so they just want to be left alone. Not like they're going to be left alone to figure themselves out. They just don't want nobody to blow them up. They don't want to be told what they lack, so they want to pretend as if they don't lack anything. But guys, we want to make sure you are not falling into this new category of men, which is called a provider, which the new word for provision is tricking. So if you ain't tricking on these women, then you ain't providing. Please stop forcing yourself on these women, guys. Let's check this thing out.
All of this.
I see you.
Correct?
I do.
I am not the type of female to be up in somebody's cheesecake factory.
Okay, so
I know that's what you're used to. Brokey on a budget.
Time out.
Brokey on a budget.
So-
All the brokies stand up.
So you want to go to Ruth Chris, right?
Yes.
All right. I feel like Ruth Chris is reserved for women that hold themselves to a bit of a standard that is not quite your level. Because when you walked in here, I promise you right now, something was a little off. I didn't want to say nothing, but since we want to talk about Brokey, Stinky, stop playing with me.
Why would you say that on camera? Are
Hey.
you serious? Sir, I'm not waiting. Hold on.
You bringing the funk on across my side of the
I
table
was
now.
all right.
Stay over there with
Brokey
that.
over here was
Stay over there
disrespecting
with
me.
that.
It's hot. Of course I'm sweating. I just didn't put on my everywhere deodorant today.
Everywhere deodorant? You must wear that
I just
everywhere
forgot
but
to
here,
put it
huh?
on. Be having me smell like berries and all
Gotta
that.
pay attention to too is I want y'all to watch these women with the so-called fathers and my daddy told me, the women that, oh, my daddy told me this, my daddy told me that. Where did her daddy get his information from? Because not too many of us know and got our information from the Bible, the basic instructions from leaving Earth. So if her daddy ain't giving her the truth, then she is just as good as being raised with a single mother. So pay attention. A lot of women go and tell you all types of stuff that they daddy told them that don't make no sense. Don't make no sense.
At the end of the day, no real man is going to argue with you. Okay. My daddy always said, if a man argue with you, that's giving 2 bitches barking. And they don't do that. So, I ain't never had to argue with no real man. He going to say what he got to say, and I'm going to say what I have to say, and we're going to conversate over it respectfully. Okay? If it comes to arguing, one of us needs to leave the room because we shouldn't get there. We shouldn't and we won't. I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to be like, all right. We're having a difference of opinion, I'm going to take my time out to cool down. You need to take your time out to cool down. We just need to come back to this conversation when we feel like we can have it, okay? Because I'm not arguing. I don't I don't accept that energy.
Lies. When you wrong, you wrong. And if you wrong every single day, every single hour, I'm going to tell you wrong every single day and every single hour. And if you turn that into an argument, so be it. We going to argue, man. So your father could tell you that no real man is going to argue with you, but he ain't going to tell you how to go get that HPD fixed so you ain't got to be looking for an argument, right? He ain't tell you that 99% of the arguments is started by women, right? So you don't make sure you're not one of those shit starters. It's funny how your father could tell you all of these things, but he ain't tell you the right things. Peep game, guys. This is just a way, a manipulation tool to get you to be quiet so that they can run over you. All right? They don't like to be told what to do. We clearly see that now.
Average black woman in America don't get no older than about 14. So just talk to her and deal with her like you dealing with a 14-year-old. Don't come at her like you dealing with an equal, because she's not going to be able to accept that. You got to go way back. And we cut off at about 14 to 15. We don't develop and mature no further until we get some new information and accept some different information. Look at a lot of my lectures on YouTube. People have put everything I got out there just about. They rob me every day. So go and look those up and listen to some of those. And they're in short enough clips that you'll be able to get some information and be able to share that with her. Because I give it out really straight and really direct. And I give us useful tools that we can use every day like you're talking about. But if you love her, and she gonna fight against right, because that's how we have been reared by the enemy. That ain't her you fighting. You fighting the demon in her that was put in her by the enemy.
Here is the hard truth, fellas. Being handsome doesn't keep a woman. Being honest doesn't keep a woman. Being loyal doesn't keep a woman. Being there for a woman doesn't keep a woman. Treating a woman well doesn't keep a woman. Making an effort doesn't keep a woman. Caring about a woman doesn't keep a woman. Spending time with a woman doesn't keep a woman. You could have the best intentions, you could have the most sincere feelings, and you could be a good man and still wouldn't be able to keep a woman. Because the only way to keep a woman is if that woman wants to be kept by you. You can't force a woman to be with you. You can't beg a woman to stay with you. You can't make a woman to love you. A woman that wants to be kept when the relationship gets hard will do everything to fight for you. Because a woman only fights for a fella she wants to belong to. So if she isn't fighting for you when things get hard, she doesn't want to be kept by you.
So all this time.
Ticklish. No, you not. You ain't ticklish right there.
I've been on my feet all day.
I'm gonna give you a foot massage.
No, boy, bye.
What you mean? Holler at me when I get on break. You holler at me?
Why are you treating me so good?
I know your love language is acts of service. I just want to show you how you should really be appreciated. I'm about to go to Starbucks for you. You want your same usual, caramel frap, caramel on top and the bottom with some whipped cream?
Not you knowing my whole Starbucks order by heart.
I mean, somebody got to pay attention to your cute ass.
You don't be answering your phone, man. I've been calling you all day. Got me driving your car. You ain't put no gas in here, man.
Why he always yelling at you? It's like, man, you can't make a mistake. Let Steph Curry miss a three and then he mess up his parlay. He'll forgive him. That's him calling back?
Yes.
Don't even answer. Want me to give you a ride home?
I'm gonna wait.
You gonna wait for him?
Yeah.
All right, where my hug at?
See you.
Ooh, you smell good.
Look, don't start.
People, it's simple. Your partner, the person you roll out in these streets, and they reflect your level of self-improvement. They reflect your level of self-awareness, guys. Yeah, so you can't hide that. You attract what you are. If you're trying to do better, then you might attract better. But if you good with where you at, you're gonna attract the level of self-improvement you at. That's for men and women. All right? Stop forcing yourself on people. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. Like the people that like you, guys.
Women, be careful with saying, I don't need a man. Because the enemy fears you being under a man's headship. If you're under that man's headship, the enemy can't even touch you. The only way he can is if he gets you separated from your husband. He'll have to wait until your husband is away to get inside your mind. If you have a praying husband and he's praying over that household, demons can't even live there. They're uncomfortable. You can sleep peacefully. Be careful with saying, I don't need a man. You're basically putting death on yourself and your household. You're saying that there will never be a man worth needing in my house. Start asking God, start praying, God, bless me with the man that I do need. That's needed. I need his warrior spirit. I need his intelligence. I need his wisdom. I need that guiding me. I need that. I don't want to curse my household before it was ever created. I don't want to curse myself before I ever received it. Be careful with saying I don't need a man.